Hello out there, and this is Erik, and I'm speaking on behalf of the entire FUELL organization. Today I'm going to go through the specifications, the features of this new FLLow e-motorcycle, which is the new product for FUELL. And FUELL is a company that believes in two-wheeled personal transportation, that it's incredibly important for society. So the core concept for the FLLow was to have an urban to suburban commuter motorcycle that has a storage capacity of a large scooter, but the feel and nimbleness of a middleweight motorcycle and really rapid acceleration. That concept led us to the design we have here today, which is very unique, has a lot of patents on it, and something that we're very proud of. Well, it has 50 liters of storage capacity, which basically is under this housing, it's locked, and it goes all the way down to about this level. Below that is the battery pack, which is a 10 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is a very substantial battery pack. It would normally be quite heavy, but mounted so low on the motorcycle, it makes the bike very nimble, very light. The bike is compact, 54-inch wheelbase right now. It's less than 400 pounds and has acceleration of 3.5 seconds to 0 to 60. So quite quick. Motor is an axial flux motor, which is different than the typical electric motors, and it's a hub motor in the rear wheel. And it delivers 750 Newton meters of torque, 47 horsepower in the full performance version, and 11 horsepower in the software detuned version, which fits certain regulations for motorcycle usage and motorcycle licensing in Europe. People have mentioned being surprised by is the price point on this vehicle. That was very hard to achieve, quite frankly. And it took a lot of innovation, a lot of things we filed patents on in order to be able to do that. Because we had to make one part do 2 or 3 jobs. And that took a huge amount of engineering thought and how to integrate everything to do that. Because as you remove parts, you remove cost, you remove weight. So again, sub 400 pounds with that much battery pack, which gives you 180 mile range in an urban commuting version, which means you can probably get away with only charging once a week. That took a lot of work to do because the battery packs are expensive. The motor's expensive. The stuff that allowed us to deliver that price point is where the real engineering magic came in. The FLLow has a large dashboard display that gives you a great deal of information about the vehicle. And it is integrated with your phone as well for security. So the key is in your phone. That locks the storage here, locks the seat so it doesn't move back, which by the way, the fast charging port is in here. This is a high voltage system that allows really rapid charging using the latest charging systems. The battery pack is in a magnesium housing underneath at the bottom of the bike, again, to get the battery weight as low as possible. And with a magnesium housing, that doesn't add that much to the weight. It's structural, it's built, it's attached to the frame in a way that it adds structure to it. It also is something that we can upgrade the type of kind of batteries inside it without changing the vehicle. With a rear hub motor, it has an enormous amount of advantages because there's no drive chain, there's no drive belt, there's no drive shaft or sprockets and universal joints and all those things that could be quality issues and also add weight. So that special axial flux motor is a huge advantage for us. So as time moves forward, we'll give you more information, more details, because there's a while before we launch. But to give you a little bit of an idea on the rear motor, the hub motor, it's an axial flux motor, and that's a new type of electric motor. That's basically, for lack of a better description, it's like a thin pancake as opposed to a large fat sausage that a normal electric motor is. And that fits perfectly well in the rear wheel. The advantage of the axial flow motors are they have very light weight and very high torque. So this has 750 Newton meters, which is over 500 foot-pounds of torque at the rear wheel, which is enormous, and it's available immediately. Of course, we control it with software so that it doesn't wheelie. And it also allows us to do tremendous control of regenerative braking. One other very important point with an axial motor is not only does it allow us to eliminate the drive system and all the weight of that, the motors itself are much lighter than a typical radial flux motor. So the rear wheel motor gives us regenerative braking, but it's linked into the front brake system as an integrated ABS system. So we have ABS on the front and on the back, but the back is through regenerative braking, the front through conventional brakes. We did use a conventional brake on the front of this vehicle rather than, we're kind of famous with the companies I've been involved with before with the inside out brake and stuff. But fundamentally, for where this runs, this brake system will work just fine, and it reduces the cost compared to what the other system was. And it was very important for us to deliver this product at a price where people will buy it, because we want to change the world. We want to be able to really allow people to have a good product for the kind of commute going forward, because internal combustion vehicles are going to be banned from many cities. And so this is an important part of being able to move forward and having personal transportation, not having to take a train into town or something like that. One really cool thing about electric vehicles is you can control so many things through software. So another thing besides wheelie control or acceleration control to control that amount of torque, you also have traction control available. And all of that stuff is, very easy to program these days with modern software. When FUELL launches, through software control, we're going to offer 2 riding modes. One is the urban commute mode, and the other one we call Audacious. And Audacious will give you much more power and acceleration and fun, but it will burn battery faster. So it's probably one of those choices that you don't make all that often, but it will be fun to have. Another advantage of using a rear wheel hub motor is that it gives us the possibility to change to different motor designs going forward without that affecting the chassis design. And that's a significant thing because this makes us be able to invest in this product for a long-term usage. This is not a flash in the pan kind of product. We believe this is going to last for many years and evolve and be updated. One thing that I just wanted to mention, which is just one of the many things where we've made one part do 2 or 3 jobs. Back here in the back, you see, this is the taillight back here. It's integrated right into the magnesium tail casting housing. And the turn signals are integrated into the passenger grab handles. So it's not a separate housing or not a separate thing. It's very durable. It'll stand up under impact, and it saves weight and just is efficient. It's a very clean design that I'm proud of. And there's a lot of them on this motorcycle, as you'll see as time moves forward and we tell you more about it. Well, I hope you all are as excited about the Flow as we are. And if you want to learn more about it, or if you want to place an order for one, go to our website, which is fuel.us.